When you give up on that, when you realize that you've already done the calling, you've already done the asking, that's not the problem. You've asked, step 1 has happened, and step 2 has happened too. You've asked and it is given. It has been given. It is vibrationally done. And sometimes you say, often you say, well, big deal with the vibrational doneness, because it's not done until I can spend it, okay? It's not done until I can lick it. I want the manifestation of it. I want the reality of it. And we say, we want that for you too, because that's the confirmation of your perfect alignment. But meanwhile, there are a lot of things that are coming into beingness that you could be taking enormous pleasure from if you would allow yourself to understand the process of creation. So step 1 is contrast causes you to ask for it, and when you do, you launch a rocket of desire that is a little foreign to you because it was born out of your awareness of contrast, often out of your clear awareness of what you don't want. When you know what you don't want, you always know more clearly what you do want, don't you? So you have this request that has been going and going and going and going. In fact, your vortex had a pretty good thing going before you even came into this physical body. And now you're here in this physical body, you are adding to that vortex all day, every day, and you have amassed a veritable fortune of well-being, abundance on all levels, vibrationally, here for you. And Source, that larger part of you that was you before you came into this physical body, that is you even though you're in this physical body, that other vibrational part of you, who is always collecting the best of that which you've become and holding the vibrational light of that, holding it steady so that you can feel your way to it. That non-physical part of you stands in your vortex in complete vibrational alignment, already having become the full vibrational fruition of everything that you've been asking for. In other words, there is a part of you who stands as the culmination of all that you have lived, who is beaming a signal to you all day, every day, that you can feel your resonance with or not. When you feel eager, you're right there in alignment. When you feel love or in love, you're right there in alignment. In your appreciation, you're right there, tuned in, tapped in, turned on. No resistance whatsoever in your vibration, vibrating at the same frequency of that pure positive energy that is you. And in that beingness, as you are looking into your world, fully enveloped with that source energy, you are then seeing the world through the eyes of Source, and everyone who stands as the object of your attention benefits by your connection to this source energy. It's exactly the way you knew you would be. Not in every moment, because you said, I'll go forth and I'll explore contrast. I don't want a feathered nest. I don't want someone else figuring it all out for me. I want my personal preferences to count for something. I want my unique, important, extraordinary, unique, important, my unique, I want my unique, my special, my important, my unique perspective to matter. I want to give birth to my rockets of desire. And I know, you said, that when I do, that the resources that create worlds, that the energy that creates worlds will flow toward my rocket of desire. And then you said, you knew so clearly, we're here to remind you again, I have but one thing to do. Once I've done the natural, inevitable, can't stop doing it all day, every day, launching of desire, and once Source has done what it always does, come into full vibrational alignment with what I've become part, then you said, my part will be the allowing part. I will practice the art of allowing. I will get so good at allowing. I will feel my way to it because I will understand that my emotions tell me aligned, resisted, allowing, not, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, not. In other words, you can tell by the way you feel what your in this moment proximity is to the source within you. So once you show yourself actively your own guidance, once you stand in any moment in time and you say, here I am, and Source, I know you have an opinion about this child that I'm looking at, and you feel yourself welled up with appreciation, you can feel that your opinion, your approach, your perception right here, right now is so in sync with the Source within you that you are full of the completion of that which is Source. That's what positive emotion is. The better you feel, the more you are completing or allowing the extension of Source right here and now in this moment in time. And the worse you feel, the more your desire to be that is, but the more you are disallowing it, you see. And there are people maybe clamoring around saying, hey, life isn't good, life isn't good, life isn't good, life isn't good. But I don't hear them. I'm not in the vibrational vicinity of them. I'm living pure positive energy. I'm living life in the way that I came forth to live and standing as example of well-being to others. And when others come into my experience, maybe they were born into my family, maybe I was born to them, maybe I married one of them, maybe I go to school with one of them, somebody's clamoring in a vibration that doesn't feel so good. They're saying, hey, you, what have you got your head in the clouds? What are you so happy about? You should be down here with us, living life in the reality that we all live. You should be sifting and sorting through the stuff of life, and you should be perceiving life more as we perceive it. And we say, you can't perceive other than you perceive. And when you tune yourself to the frequencies of well-being, well-being is what will be revealed to you everywhere you go. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would no longer sift and sort the piles of manifestation. We would spend all of our conscious awareness in looking for the best feeling thought that we could find. We would tune ourselves constantly to the frequency that allows well-being. And we would stand as an example of that, so that when those who see us, they would understand that we are living the well-being that we have been talking about, teaching through the clarity of example as best you can. And you never get it done. You never get it done, and you cannot get it wrong. And the reason that you cannot get it wrong is because it is never done. So let's say you're standing in a place and you don't feel so good. And with good reason. Something happened. You looked at it. It hurt your feelings. You're out of whack. The very fact that you can feel negative emotion means there is a love right now that you are denying. You couldn't feel pain if love were not there. Don't you like knowing that? If there were not love that is more right for you and more available to you, you would never feel loneliness. Loneliness only exists because you're denying yourself the alignment with what you want. You're getting this. This is a conversation that could go on for hours and hours and hours, because there are so many facets to the environment in which you live and so many premises that people are presenting from. And there's a whole lot that people are saying about non-physical that is so far from what it really is. You are more than you see in these bodies. You are source energy extended out here. But even when you are here looking into your physical format, more than the you that you think is looking. There's a source energy part of you always looking with you, through you, with you. So in every moment in time that you are having a conversation, this larger source energy part of you is there in the conversation. And you can tell by the way you feel how intertwined you are vibrationally, how resonant you are with the whole of you. Or you can feel, through your emotions, how much of who you really are you're pinching off because of your current opinion. Now, your opinions are really valid. They are. They're important. And we're not for a moment suggesting that you should come and be a puppet on a string where source just flows through you and does all your thinking for you. But we would like to explain to you how you intended it when you made the decision to come. And as you decide to deliberately apply your awareness that you are a vibrational being, that you are an extension of source energy, the source energy is flowing to you and through you at all times, that you have guidance within you that lets you know how much of that you are allowing in any moment or how much of that you are resisting. As you begin to focus upon these very few premises that are law-based, that are universal, and begin to deliberately apply them from your point of knowing, it is our promise to you that your then deliberate approach to life will be delicious. And you will never again be confused about how things are coming to you. You won't be confused about your life, and you won't be confused about anybody else's life. And you won't be asking law of attraction or anything else to be an arbitrary judge of you and everyone else. You won't be asking the impossible things that so many humans are asking, which is, let's just bang around together and let's manifest all over the place wanted and unwanted, and then let's find some judge who is standing outside of us to evaluate the rightness or the wrongness of our behavior or of our creation or of our attraction, and then we will try to mimic whatever the Great One decides is the right way to live. And we say nothing like that is anything close to what you knew when you made the decision to come into this time-space reality, because you knew that you are source energy, and you knew that you would be coming forth into a variety of contrast that would stimulate within you a constant new awareness of improvement. New desire would be born all day, every day within you. We call that step one of this creative process. Contrast causes you to ask. You can't stop it. Don't try. Every moment of the day, there is something new that is occurring to you that would be an improved condition. That's what the evolution of all species is about. And when you go with the flow of that, rather than bucking the idea of it, things will begin getting easier for you immediately. You can't stop becoming. So step one causes you to ask all day, every day. When you get into a sleeping room that does not have enough closets, it makes you ask for more closets. Now, they're not going to show up today, not in most cases, but your asking puts that request into what we are calling a vibrational reality. This vibrational reality, this vortex of vibration. Our human friends sometimes do not like our depiction of this vibrational reality because it's vibrational, and unless you are in the frequency of it, you can't translate it into reality. It's a vibrational reality, so it's a future manifestation for you. And we love you very much, but you are rather, we love you very much, impatient. We love you very much about those future manifestations. You sort of kind of want things that you want, and you want them now. Because in many cases, the reason you want them is because you believe you will feel better in the having of it. In other words, if I had that now, then I would feel good. But since I don't have it, I don't feel so good, and I'm justified in not feeling so good because I don't have this thing that I want. And so I'm going to stand in this place of not feeling so good because I want that thing that I do not have, and I think that someone should make it available to me, even though I'm offering a vibration that prevents it from coming to me. Someone should call someone. Someone should call someone. There should be someone somewhere powerful enough to make it all right for me, even though I'm offering a vibration that prevents it from coming. Still, someone should call someone. There are a lot of realities that are being lived in this physical time-space reality, and there are not two of you who are perceiving identically. So what humans are commonly doing with each other is that you yearn so much, you do. You yearn for someone to understand your perspective. And we want you to cut that out, because very often you are training yourself away from your own guidance system. You're training yourself away from your own expansion. And the more life causes you to expand, and the more you train yourself away from that expansion, the more uncomfortable you feel. And so, let us say this to you. We have never seen any of you pick up anything that has been written, created, produced by any other human that was in every case a perfect vibrational match to you and what's in your vortex. That isn't the premise that you came forth into this physical body. You didn't say, I'll go forth and I'll find the right path, and I'll get with the right pack, and we'll travel in the right circles, and we'll say and do the right things. That isn't what you said. You said, I'll go forth and I'll mix it up, and I will come to my individual awarenesses, because you have become who you've become before you came into this physical body. There was already plenty in your vortex that lets you know who you are. You are a lover. You were when you got here. And the first day that you found a reason to hate someone, you felt the discord of that hate. Because the source within you, no matter how justified you think you are in the pushing against of that injustice or that thing that you did not want to see, the source within you will not join you in that hatred, you see.